Breaking news. Please stand by for another C2C World News Now current event. Hello, today is Thursday, and this is the 6th day of October 2016.
Well, the United Nations Special Envoy to Syria has offered to personally escort 900 fighters from the former Nusra Front out of Aleppo if it can save the city and its inhabitants. Staffan de Mistura has warned that the rebel-held eastern part of the city could be totally destroyed within 2.5 months. David Bowden, our senior news correspondent, reports.
Everything is in short supply in Aleppo right now, the only exceptions being rubble and death, both of which are plentiful. Despite Syrian government forces and their Russian allies telling the world they're easing up on the bombardment of rebel-held areas in the east of the city, the attacks have not stopped. But President Assad denies his troops are committing war crimes and says they're only targeting terrorists.
It's a game now, a game of propaganda, it's a game of media. You can see anything and you can be sympathetic with every picture and every video you see. But our mission as a government is to deal with the reality. You have terrorists in Syria, they are supported by foreign powers and foreign countries, and we have to defend our country. In some areas, the terrorists use the civilians as a human shield. But we have to do our job to liberate them. We cannot say we won't do anything because the terrorists are holding those hostages. It's our mission.
The UN Special Envoy for Syria says there are only 900 fighters from what used to be known as the Al-Nusra Front in eastern Aleppo and 8,000 other insurgents, and has volunteered to personally lead them out of the besieged city if it will save the 275,000 civilians in danger.
The bottom line is, in maximum 2 months, 2.5 months, the city of eastern Aleppo, at this rate, may be totally destroyed. We're talking about old city in particular. And thousands of Syrian civilians, not terrorists, will be killed.
A ceasefire negotiated between the US and Russia last month collapsed within a matter of days, and Washington and Moscow are no longer talking, though the Russian foreign minister has said he'll back a French proposal for Syria.
We regret that our American colleagues have announced the stoppage or suspension of our bilateral work on Syria, but we noticed that this decision didn't include multilateral relations, and we are ready to use them.
Yet despite the international pleadings and the transatlantic diplomatic stalemate, the only thing that is truly guaranteed in Aleppo for the foreseeable future is the siege of the city will continue, as will the fighting, dying and destruction. David Bowden, Sky News.
This has been a C2C World News Now current event. Stay safe, everyone.